right, here we go. Today we have legendary New York Mets pitcher Doc Gooden, 3-time World Series champion, 4-time All-Star, Cy Young Award winner, and a ton of other accolades. Welcome to Vlad TV.
Thanks for having me. It's good to be here.
Long-time fan, man.
Thank you.
Long-time fan.
That means a lot.
We just did your partner, Daryl Strawberry, not too long ago.
Oh, yeah.
So I think it's only right to get you on here.
Oh, we always going to be connected at the hip.
Always. You guys had a great 30 for 30, by the way.
Thank you.
You guys did together. I just
we're
watched
like
that.
brothers, man. We're actually closer now than we were when we was playing, so that means a lot.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
Well, it's your first time here. I want to start in the very beginning. So, your dad dropped out of school in 3rd grade and started working in the field and processing plants and so forth?
He actually dropped out in 3rd grade. He worked in a cotton field in Georgia, America's Georgia. He self-taught himself how to read, how to write. My mom also dropped out in 3rd grade. He taught her about reading and writing. I'm the youngest sibling of 5 by 13 years. Then my dad got a job. They moved to Tampa, that was where I was born, and he started working at a chemical plant. But he loved the game of baseball. I mean, he coached Little League baseball, coached girls softball, coached men semi-pro. And me as a kid, anytime he hit the door, I would follow him around. And as well as my nephew, Gary Sheffield, grew up in the same house. Mm-hmm. My sister had him very young, and my dad just taught us the game of baseball.
Well, I want to talk about your parents for a second, because I think it's an interesting part of your story. So when your dad met your mom was already married.
Yes.
And so she divorced her husband and then got with your dad.
Yes.
And did she already have kids and he already had kids?
She had one daughter.
Okay.
And my dad had one son at the time.
Okay.
So I have 3 brothers, all 3 are deceased now, but we all have the same dad, different moms. I have 2 sisters. My oldest sister, we have a different dad, same mom.
Right.
But my youngest sister, who's Sheffield's mom, we have the same mom and dad.
Right. And their kids were older than you. So
Yes.
you kind of grew up almost like an only child in a way.
Yes, 13 years later.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Something really bad happened to your sister's husband. Can we talk about that?
Yeah, sure.
So, your sister's husband shot her 5 times, and you were actually around when this happened?
I was there. Shot her actually 8 times.
Wow.
I was 5 years old. I had my nephew, Derek, not Gary, in my arms when it happened. And it's a crazy story that goes with that. So he basically left her to die, but she lived. She still has a bullet in her head today.
Yeah.
She has a lot of seizures. She's 74 now, by the grace of God. But we saw the shot, pow, pow, pow. I grabbed my nephew, ran to the bathroom, got in a tub, pulled the shower curtains, and basically just waiting, thinking he's gonna come in here and shoot us as well. Maybe, I'm not sure the time, but maybe like 20, 30 minutes later, you hear all the sirens coming. It was the ambulance, the cops and stuff all came there. Obviously you see all the big puddle of blood. My mom actually went and tracked him down, shot him.
Oh.
Didn't kill him, shot him. Then she called the cops. She thought she killed him. Obviously today you wouldn't get away with that. But I guess she pleaded in temporary insanity or what have you. Cops came and the guy, he lived, went to prison. I never saw the guy again.
Yeah.
He ended up dying in prison, but yeah, man, it was trouble. It was trauma, but as a kid, you just think that's something that happened. But later on, if I can, once I got into my addiction, every time I would go in the bathroom. It took me years to figure that out, that it was connected, not to justify
like
it.
going in the shower and hiding in, the shower.
I would go in the bathroom when I was at home by myself, at a gas station, in a hotel room, somebody's house, always going to the bathroom. I felt like it was, they told me it was like somewhat mentally, it was like a safe place to be at that time, even in my addiction. So it's pretty strange.
Right, I heard your mom was a gangster. She would carry 38 with her.
Oh, man.
So when you talked about the story about how she would go find him, it's like, I'm not totally surprised based on what I read.
She was tough. I mean, she actually shot my dad. I mean, I say that kind of freely now because I'm kind of, I've been dealing with all that stuff, man, but she caught my dad having an affair. And I found out when I was older that she shot my dad in the shoulder. And I was talking to my mom about that, and I said, "Mom, you shot Dad?" She goes, "Well, I was pissed." I said, "I guess so." She goes, well, I was pissed because I missed the lady. I tried to shoot her as well.
Oh, okay.
I'm like,
She
all right.
walked in on him?
She
or?
walked in. Well, what happened, I kind of busted my dad because when I was young, he used to take me, he used to tell my mom, I'm taking son, he used to call me son, to the store to get some candy or cookies or whatever. He would take me to this lady's house and he would go inside, do his thing. But she had an older daughter that would come out and sit in the car with me. And so this one particular day, I think I was maybe 8, 9 years old, right on the screen, I told my mom, I said, that's the house where me and dad goes. So she put it together, and one day she followed him. And she sat there when my dad was leaving. The lady was at the door with him, and she shot him in the doorway, but she missed the lady. And I remember asking my mom, I said, well, did dad slow down? Did he stop? She goes, well, he slowed down. He didn't stop cheating.
He kept cheating.
Kept cheating, yeah. So
Okay,
but that was
so
the thing.
after his wife shot him, he still stayed married.
Still stayed married, never told the cops or nothing like that. Just, I don't know what he told at the hospital or what happened, but yes.